Okay, so you've given us what looks like a movie script or a spy thriller novel.
Uh-huh.
Buckle up, because things are about to get interesting.
Okay.
It seems like you want to know more about this story
Yeah.
and what it all means. Basically, we're looking at what seems like a very ordinary computer guy
Yeah.
turns into an action hero
Mm.
seeking revenge
Right.
after his wife's murder.
Yes.
But there's a deeper layer here.
Yeah.
This guy's got some skills,
Definitely.
and it involves surveillance technology.
That's right.
Let's dive in.
Let's do it.
So what's interesting is how the story uses classic action movie tropes, but with a modern twist.
Yeah, you see these seemingly ordinary individuals
Right.
pushed to extraordinary lengths, but the way this protagonist leverages those nerd skills, I think, is particularly intriguing.
Exactly. And that line, you ever wonder what they do with all the stuff you dig up for them?
Oh, yeah.
That really jumped out at me. It makes you wonder, who are they and how deep does this rabbit hole go?
Yeah. It really suggests a connection to the world of intelligence. Maybe as a data analyst or someone who provides technical support for clandestine operations.
Yeah.
And that line about the CIA, I gotta trust that they'll make the right call, maybe it's better not to know, speaks volumes
Oh, for sure.
about the moral tightrope
Yeah.
he's walking on.
Right.
This is blind trust versus plausible deniability.
Yeah.
A classic dilemma in the world of espionage.
So we have this character,
Yeah.
deeply enmeshed in the world of intelligence, grappling with moral questions.
Uh-huh.
And then his personal life is shattered.
Right.
His wife is murdered.
Yes.
Classic revenge setup.
For sure.
But the training scene really highlights the transformation he undergoes.
Yeah.
He's described as someone who couldn't beat a 90-year-old nun in an arm wrestling match.
Wow.
Yet he's determined to become a killer.
So this is where I think the story transcends a typical revenge narrative. It's not just about physical strength. It's about leveraging his intellect and unique skill set.
Exactly.
He asks, did you ever account for the things I am good at?
Ooh.
This suggests that in a world of data and surveillance, his technical expertise becomes his weapon.
And that makes me think about how data is power.
Absolutely.
I mean, we leave these digital footprints everywhere we go.
We do.
And someone like our protagonist knows how to collect, analyze, and weaponize that information.
Yes.
It's both fascinating and a little frightening.
Oh, absolutely. Think about how data is used in the real world.
Yeah.
Governments, corporations use it for surveillance, targeted advertising, even predicting behavior.
Wow.
And this story takes that concept to an extreme level,
It does.
showcasing how someone with the right skills can exploit these systems.
And it's not just about staying hidden. He's also using his knowledge to outmaneuver his enemies.
Right.
The fact that he can move through European cities undetected,
Yeah.
Rome, London,
Yeah.
Prague, it suggests a deep understanding of how these systems work and how to avoid leaving a trace.
Those locations are not just random.
Right.
They're hubs of international travel communication,
Yeah.
adding another layer of complexity to his cat and mouse chase.
Oh, for sure.
It highlights how interconnected our world is
Yeah.
and how someone like him can exploit those connections.
Yeah, it's almost like he's becoming the very thing he was running from,
It is.
using the same tools of surveillance that were likely used against him and his wife.
I think that is a key takeaway.
Okay.
This story forces us to confront the ethical implications of technology.
Yes.
Can something be both a tool for oppression and liberation?
Wow.
Does the pursuit of justice require adopting the tactics of your enemy?
And then we reach the climax.
Okay.
He has his antagonist at his mercy.
Uh-huh.
But instead of brute force,
Yeah.
he uses a remote control to decompress the glass floor, sending his enemy plummeting.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a carefully planned trap, demonstrating his reliance on strategy and intellect rather than physical prowess.
It's a brilliant subversion of the typical action movie showdown.
Yeah.
He doesn't need muscles or weapons. He uses his knowledge of technology to turn the environment itself into a weapon.
Right.
And then there's that ambiguous ending. If you jump really fast, you might survive the blast.
What's...
Did the antagonist survive?
Oh.
What happens to our protagonist after all this?
So many questions.
I know.
This deep dive has really made me think about the power of information in today's world.
Uh-huh.
What happens when ordinary people with extraordinary skills are pushed to their limits?
Right.
Can technology be a force for good and evil?
That's a good question.
It's a story that stays with you, making you question the blurred lines between right and wrong in the digital age.
Yeah.
What stood out to you?
Well, I think